The real reason you can't stop overthinking. The problem isn't that you think too much. It's that you trust your thoughts and believe in them too much. And once you truly understand this and get this with every fiber of your being, then everything changes. So today I'm going to break down 3 reasons why you can't stop overthinking. And more importantly, how to finally take control of your trickster mind. Okay, point 1. Overthinking comes from lack of certainty. Overthinking is your brain trying to do one thing, and that's to create certainty in an uncertain world. Think about it. When do you overthink the most? When you're unsure about a decision, when you don't know what someone else is thinking, when you're worried about the future. Your brain hates uncertainty. So what does it do? Well, it starts running scenarios, simulations. What if this happens? What if that happens? What if the things go wrong? What if I blow that date? What if I blow that job interview? And on it goes. But here's the problem. The mind cannot solve uncertainty by getting flustered and thinking more. It actually creates more uncertainty. So you get stuck in a continuous loop. And the more you think, the less certain you feel, the less certain you become. And the cycle just continues. The people who don't overthink aren't smarter. They've just made peace with not needing to know everything right now, because the truth is you will never know everything right now. It's like the analogy of driving your car at night. You can only see what's in front of you with the lights, but you trust the path will lead you to your final destination. And that leads me on to point number 2. You've been trained to not trust yourself. As strange as it seems, this is where it gets real. Most people don't overthink because they're just deep thinkers. They overthink because they don't trust themselves to handle the outcome. So instead of deciding and moving forward, you second guess, you hesitate, you look for the perfect answer. But the perfect answer never comes. Why? Because overthinking is actually fear of making the wrong move. And that fear comes from a deeper belief. What if I'm not good enough to deal with what happens next? So the issue is not the decision, it's your belief about your ability to handle consequences. Confident people don't always make the right decisions. In fact, a lot of them make more wrong decisions than the average person. But they trust that no matter what happens, they will handle it. It will be okay. We all make bad decisions, but it's not what happens, it's what you do about it. And that single belief, well, that silences overthinking. And that leads me on to point number 3. You're identified with your thoughts, and this is the biggest one, especially for me as well. Most people believe if I'm thinking a particular thought about something, then it must be true, it must be important. But that's not necessarily true. In fact, a lot of the times, most of the time, it's not. Your brain produces 60 to 70,000 thoughts per day, something like that. And most of them are repetitive, fear-based, completely useless or false. Thoughts of worry, thoughts of lack, thoughts of self-doubt. I know I have them. But because you're identified with them, you give them power. You've got to take that power back. So, you end up following them. You believe them. You feed the beast. You feed the trickster mind. And we have to stop this. Because here's what's really happening. You're not controlling your mind. Your mind is controlling you. And until you take charge of your own mind and change it, then your overthinking will just keep on going, keep on continuing. So you have to start doubting your doubtful thoughts. I know it sounds a bit of a weird concept, but when I first heard this, it made a lot of sense. Start doubting your doubtful thoughts. Stop the doubtful thoughts that are holding you back. And this is so important. Just remember, you are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. And the moment you create space between you and what you're thinking, you regain control. So let's make this real. Here are 3 quick, powerful shifts that you can apply today, immediately. The first one is stop trying to figure everything out. Instead of asking what's the right decision, ask yourself, what decision feels aligned right now? Then act. Clarity comes from movement, not thinking. And the second point is to build self-trust daily. Start small, start anywhere, make decisions quickly, follow through, prove to yourself, I can rely on me. Because the more you trust yourself, the less you need to overthink. And the third one is to interrupt the thought loop. When you catch yourself spiraling, you're thinking negative thoughts and they start creeping into your mind, like a virus of the mind, and it happens to everybody. It happens to me at times too. Don't fight them. Instead, say, that's just my trickster mind trying to fool me or protect me. Then bring your focus back to the present moment. Breathe and bring them back to your present moment, because overthinking can't survive in the present moment. That's a very important point. So here's what I want you to understand. You don't have a broken mind. You have an untrained mind, and there's a big difference. Overthinking isn't who you are. And the moment you stop trying to control every outcome, because you can't, you start trusting yourself instead. Well, that's the moment your mind becomes quiet and you're starting to take control. Thanks so much for watching this video. If it hit home with you at all, please watch my next video here. And if you'd like to become a free member of my school community or have coaching one-on-one with me, please click on the link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out. See you in the next video.